Hi everyone, and welcome back to the Elden Ring Mage walkthrough. We're starting from the Royal Moongazing Grounds, and we're going to now begin Ranni's questline. We are going to push Ranni's questline far enough to where Redmane Castle will transition to being a festival, which is why we went and did it in the previous episode. So you can check that out if you want to take a look at Redmane Castle pre-festival. So we're heading all the way to the west here. Oh, actually, I think it might be this tower. I can never remember which tower is which. Actually, this one I think is Arena's. Let's see. Or maybe. Oh no, this is the right one. So we're going to go up to Ranni now. This is the best quest line in the game, hands down. It's really long and involved, and just a lot of fun. But we are going to have to progress it somewhat slowly, and I'm going to get into that, explain why in a bit.
Oh, again we cross paths. I believe I said my name was Renna when last we met. It pleaseth me to see Torrent hale and hearty, but tarnished. What business hast thou here? I have no memory of inking thee an invitation. I see. Quite the sleuth, aren't we? Indeed, I am the witch Ranni. I stole a fragment of the Rune of Death and used it to forge the god-slaying black knives through fearsome rite. I did it all. But sadly for thee, the curse mark thou seekest is not to be found here. I have slain the body I was born into and cast it away, and it is upon that flesh the curse mark is carved. And why should I reveal that to thee? I performed the act not to bury the past, nor in shame of the deed, but all the same, thy begging compels me not a jot. The curse mark thou seekest is not here. That is all I will say now. Be gone. The curse mark now.
So now from here, go back to Round Table Hold and talk to Rajier.
Always good to see you safe. So, what do you need? I see. When Ranni shed her flesh, she shed the curse mark too. You know, not everyone would trust such a tale, but if she in her current form is nothing more than the living doll you profess, then perhaps it's true after all. Forgive the bluntness of the notion, but how would you like to become one of Ranni's vassals? Only in order to get what we want, of course. The location of the body which bore the curse mark, which right now I haven't the faintest. And the best way to find out is for you to enter her service and take a poke around on the sly. I know you've got what it takes. Not only are you a superb fighter, but people want to trust you. I've seen it. Can you become Ranni's vassal to advance our agenda? While in her service, you'll be able to take a poke around on the sly and determine the location of her original body that bears the curse mark. I realize that I'm asking you to put yourself in grave danger, but I know you've got what it takes. Quite possibly the only one, in fact. Can you become Ranni's while in her and determine the... I realize that, but I know you've got...
Alright, and from here, take a brief detour. I'm I'm gonna go ahead and upgrade Moonveil, and also see where we're at with our
I took you no matter
Timmy
how
Human
you're
Queen
on.
staff. Ah, so we need one more smithing stone 5.
Greetings. Are you here for...
So now we can go back to Ronnie's.
The curse mark thou seekest is now. Oh, is that so? Thou wouldst render me aid. Is that thy proposal? Affording thyself opportunity to grope about for the curse mark's location, no doubt. Very well. There's nothing wrong with a well-laid scheme. What's more, if my past and past wounds beckon to thee, I am curious enough to see what thy destiny portends. I'll allow it. Enter my service, and good hunting to thee. Good. Then I ask we proceed with haste. There is, in my service, a half-wolven warrior by the name of Blythe. I would have thee join him in searching for the hidden treasure of Nokron, the Eternal City. I have called for Blythe to greet thee below. Take from him the particulars. Ah, and there wilt thou find Iji, my war counselor, and Salavis, preceptor in the sorcerous arts. Also, heed not their peculiarities. Feel secure in gaining from them what advantage thou canst. I am sure the others will be doing just the same. Speak with the three. Thou needst not indulge them unduly, but they too wish to appraise thy worth. It hath been a passing long time since a newcomer entered my service, after all.
So we are to talk to Blythe, Saluvis, and EG. Also, at this point, once we have finished talking to Iggy, we will be able to get that Carrion Filigree talisman that lowers the FP cost of skills.
Oh, so you were the one. Lady Ranni has explained everything. Again, I am Mage, the Karian royal family's dedicated blacksmith and Lady Ranni's war counselor. I'm told that you are searching for Nokron with Blythe. I will give you whatever guidance I can and pray for your success. My apologies for the misleading words of warning. I never imagined that an audience, let alone service to Lady Ranni, was in your fate. I, for one, should have seen it, but I did not. Do forgive me, my fellow. Let us give all that we can of ourselves together for Lady Ranni. Let us give all together.
They can keep going down, that's where the others are.
Long time, friend. Blythe. If you've forgotten, glad to have you in the service of Mistress Ranni. Well, getting right to business. I'm still in Limgrave. The eternal city of Nokron lies somewhere at the bottom of this land. I'm planning to go below through the well in the Mistwood. See if I can't find the road to Nokron from there. I'm going below to see if I can. Don't keep me waiting.
I see. You must be Ranni's new hireling. Yes, I've heard all about you. I am Celavis, preceptor in the sorcerous arts. I don't know what it is the mistress sees in a provincial tarnished like you, but since we have the misfortune of serving the same lady, I ask that you kindly try not to drag us all down with you. I reside in another tower close by. Come and pay me a visit, should you wish to be of actual service to Mistress Ranni. If it were up to me, I wouldn't waste my time on the likes of you. But who am I to stand against the wishes of my lady? I reside. Come and pay, should you, if it...
So now you can go back and talk to Ranni.
Allow me to forewarn thee. I shall soon enter my slumber, and it will be some time before I wake. This doll's body is not without its hindrances. Still, I have high hopes for thee. I look forward to the good news when I arise. I shall soon, and it will be... I look forward.
Alright, from here we can go back to Round Table Gold.
Always good to see you. So, maybe I should tell you. Lately, I feel I'm on the precipice of falling into a deep, fathomless slumber. And I have an inkling it could spell trouble for you somehow. So I just wanted to get the apology out of the way beforehand, since you're so scary and all.
Rest at the Grace and then go back and talk to him again. You'll see he's fallen asleep. So from here, you want to go to Theo for Riverbank Grace. Blythe will have moved to be like over here. If you go along the cliff where you see where the spirit spring was. It's like up here, I want to say. Yeah.
Ah. Good to see you. Apologies, mate. But I don't have much to report. I can see bloody Nokron right above me. But I'm absolutely stumped. I've tried all the gateways, to no avail. Perhaps it's time to ask Celavis. I recall that spiteful little rat acting like he knew something. Let's give him a squeeze. Show him just how sharp my teeth are. I jest. Besides, I should check on some things here. Leave this place to me. If either of us learns anything...
Head back to Ranni's Rise. If someone wants to like leave a comment in the video as to what that loot was, whether or not any of us should care, be my guest. So Celavis's Rise is there.
Well, well, you took me at my word. Did you not realize I was merely being polite? Oh, you provincials never cease to amaze. I suppose you're here now. Perhaps I'll give you something to do. I'd like you to find a woman called Nefeli to administer a potion. Even you can do that much, can't you? Good, good. Now I shall hand over the potion in question. Find Nefeli and ensure she drinks it. I expect glad tidings, and soon. I've no time for that. The only thing I will hear from you is a report of your task's completion. Are we understood? Then off you trot. I have enough on my plate. Well, well. You're asking me about that, are you? The task was left to you and the mongrel, was it not? Not only are you incompetent, but shameless to boot. Well, there's no helping it. Now's as good a time as any. I'll let you in on it. There's a glintstone sorcerer by the name of Selin in Limgrave. She owes me for the help I gave her when she was expelled from the academy. I asked her to look into the matter some time ago. I'll write you a letter of introduction. Go ask her. I've no time for that. The only thing I will hear. Are we under? I have enough.
Okay, so Celovus's questline. Celovus's questline is the most complicated in the game. You've been given a potion, and you have 3 options as far as what to do with it. You can give it to Nefeli, which is a bad outcome, because basically you end up getting her as a puppet. So, the potion is bad for her. Your other option is to give the potion to Gideon, and he'll be like, let's trick him and say you gave it to Nefeli. And then the third option is to give it to an evil character that you encounter much later called the Dung Eater. The consequence of this, though, so if you advance Ranni's questline too far, Celovus will die and his questline will be over. So you could give things to Nefeli now. If you give the potion to Nefeli now, you're basically a bad person and you should feel bad. And you will be screwing yourself out of like some ancient dragon smithing stones, the highest upgrade material for normal weapons. And so that's the consequence of losing out on seeing the end of Nefeli's questline. But the advantage of giving it to her is you will be able to advance through Celovus's questline quickly, get the magic scorpion charm earlier, and then you will be able to advance Ranni's questline, which results in going to a lot of places that gets us a lot of upgrade materials and stuff early. However, if you give the potion to Dung Eater, you have to wait until much later because you have to get to Dung Eater first. That means everything is delayed and pushed back. You have to go to a harder area, the royal capital, first, find a Dung Eater in that royal capital, do his questline far enough to the point where you're ready to give him the potion, and that is the point where you can then go all the way back, finish Celovus's questline, and then do Ranni's questline. So that's the order we're going to choose for this walkthrough, because I think it's, sort of the most fun. It lets you see the end of Nefeli's quest. You can still do most of Dung Eater's quest, you just don't do the Dung Eater ending, which we weren't going to show in the walkthrough anyway. And the Dung Eater ending doesn't have an achievement tied to it or anything. It does mean we'll get the magic scorpion charm much later, but that's fine. I mean, the game will be harder for us, but that's also fine because it means we get to see more of how the bosses attack and things like that. It's like we're going to go to the capital a little earlier. So that's this in a nutshell. So now we're going to have to be very, very careful with dialogue options from this point on. You don't want to accidentally give the potion to Gideon. You don't want to accidentally give the potion to Nefeli. Okay, because we're going to have it in our inventory for a long, long time. So That's the part that we're going to have to be really, really cautious about. Okay, so now we can go to Sorceress Selen and talk to her, because we have the letter of introduction from Celibus.
There you are, my apprentice. Shall we commence? Well, well, Celibus is not a name I ever wanted to hear again. But fine. If it will help you, my apprentice, I offer my knowledge. The stars alter the fate of the Carian royal family, and the fate of your mistress, Ranni. But long ago, General Radahn challenged the swirling constellations, and in a crushing victory, arrested their cycles. Now he is the force that repulses the stars. If General Radahn were to die, the stars would resume their movement, and so too would Ranni's destiny.
So now from here, we can go to Blythe. So that's Sealfur Riverbank. And it is this talking to Blythe and telling him this is going to advance Redmane Castle to be the festival. So this is what sets that in motion. And if you went to the Royal Capital or got to like Altus Plateau early as well, that would also just transition into the festival. So both of those things caused that. So that's why we went and knocked Redmane Castle out first, so you could have fun seeing the whole dungeon before it turns into a friendly area. And again, it's not catastrophic. Like if you did transition to the festival early, it transitions back after Radahn is dead.
fate is kept in stasis by Starscourge Radahn. That reminds me of something I heard. It's a festival of combat. And I heard that you can fight Radahn himself. He who's once called the strongest of all the demigods. Maybe it's just a coincidence, but I think it's worth investigating. I'll be on my way to this festival of Radahn. You're coming too, right? To Radahn's festivities. I'll meet you at Redmane Castle in Caelid. The way ahead is pleasingly simple. We fight, sword and fang.
So when you come up the ladder here from Seluvus's place, there is actually a piece of loot that you can get right there. So gets you the Black Wolf Mask. And from here, so now we're at Road of the Manor, just to show this really quick. And you probably already have this, because you probably weren't dumb like me and you talked to Blythe all the way back in episode 1 of this walkthrough and exhausted its dialogue. But we are now able to buy the Carrion Filigree crest, which lowers the FP consumed by skills. This is really great for something like Moonveil. Like, if you're not going to cast any spells, you could swap out the Radagon icon for this.
I take it you've heard of the eternal city of Noxtella? Well, it has a twin, known as Nokron, the other eternal city. After years of expeditions, we've determined the location of Nokron by going underground through the well in the Mistwood of Limgrave. You can see Nokron up above, only we've failed to find a path leading to the city. Blythe's made a good go of it, but I'm afraid this has him quite stumped, to be honest. I'm not sure where to go from it. Blythe is Lady Ranni's stepbrother. Ranni's mother, Queen Renala, approved of him, and they played like siblings from childhood. They were always happy to have me tag along as well. When Lady Ranni renounced her flesh and chose the dark path of the Empyrean, Blythe and I swore allegiance as vassals. But none of us will ever forget our earliest days together. Promise to look after Blythe for me, will you? The man is honest to a fault. But fortunately, now he has you. I take it you've heard well. After years of expeditions, by going.
Alright, so from here, we're going to go, let's see, to the Folly on the lake. Alright, from here we are going to get an Ash of War, Vow of the Indomitable, it's down there. Put a marker up. There it is. That gets you Ash of War, Vow of the Indomitable. Okay, and now from here we're gonna do the Albinaric Village. All the messages.
Oh, it's you. Well, what do you make of it? What's happened to this village? I witnessed a sight much the same in my infancy. The oppression of the weak. Murder and pillage unchecked. A waking nightmare made by men. But this time, I'm a woman grown, and though the suffering cannot be undone, I can still mete out justice. Justice to the oppressors. Let the scars I carve remind them. I am Nefeli Lu, warrior. But this time, and though the justice to the oppressors.
There's a larval tier.
No.
If you hit the pot, he'll be exposed.
I haven't a clue. No secrets lie with me, not a one. Oh, please leave me be. Wait then. You're not one of them? Well, what a relief. Oh, goodness me. I am Albus and Albinoric. As you can see, we're finished. The whole village is finished. The cursemongers have destroyed everything. No one that remains has their wits about them, I beg you. Would you look after this medallion? You must keep it out of the cursemonger's hands. And if you should meet the young Albinoric Latena, then please give it to her.
So we have met Latina earlier.
The chosen land awaits us, Albin. The medallion is the key that leads to the city. It's only a quaint treasure for we who cannot make the journey. But for dear Latena, it is needed to fulfill her purpose. My legs will soon fade, alas.
That's it for now. We can get the ivory sickle. And then, you want to go across the bridge. Just like right there. Oh right, there's two different bridges. Alright, so before we do the boss, we should go back and get the crystal sword to get. Here. And crystal sword obtained. Go back. There is a boss down here, so just something to be ready for. Crucible not talisman. Increases the damage and impact of headshots if you're having fun with your bow. There's one more dog that didn't actually join the fight here. Maybe they all did. Nice little rune arc. And then from here, I don't know if she's still here. We were supposed to be able to talk to Nephili. Nephili. But she might have gone away because I killed the boss without talking to her. Alright, we're going to, oh no! Oh gosh, okay. Alright, we are going to warp back to Roundtable Boltravere and we're going to be invaded. Gets you the clinging bone. Now you can go back to where he was guarding the door and get his armor. Now we can talk to Fia.
I am pleased. Would you like the blessing? Would you like to be now?
Oh, if I had the blessing. Oh, I've been working with. Oh, I'm so bad. See, this is why I warn you. You've always got to remember to click that thing off. So I've had it for who knows how many episodes here.
My dear.
That's incredible.
Might I ask something of you? Could you please find the owner of this dagger and return it to them? A certain person gave it to me as a gift. It's a very precious thing. It must have a special place in the owner's heart. So I would like for the original. I'd like you to. It's a very. Then good day to you.
Oh, so now we can get Fia to talk about him. We were one step behind on her quest.
I am Would you like the blessing is still Would you like now?
Although sometimes you have to pass time to get it to work. That's probably what we need to do. He's supposed to die now. Alright, so you're all watching me find this stupid blessing. Unbelievable, that's been in my inventory this whole time. I'm so bad. So we're gonna pass some time. Now he should be dead. That gets you his bell bearing and his armor. The Spellblade's traveling set. And you get a letter. It seems Dee has a younger brother. I heard he lies in a deep sleep in the aqueduct beside the eternal city of Nokron, and it said he stood there before the Prince of Death, not far beyond that spot. So we're to keep an eye out for Dee's brother in Nokron. So now we can go downstairs, and Nefeli will be there. Remember, you do not want to give her the potion, so you're going to be very careful here with this conversation.
Ah, you, please. Leave me be. It's pathetic, I know, but I need to think. Ah, you, please. It's pathetic, I know.
Now we talk to Gideon. Do not give the potion to Gideon either. Or, I mean, it's up to you. You can do all the quests, give the potion to Gideon, and kind of just end Celibus's quest, but you won't get the magic scorpion charm. So that's the concern, right? And as a mage, that's just next level stupid for us to mess this up, so.
Journey to the capital, Lane. The two fingers, you may be our best hope.
So you want to say Nefeli's despair. Don't show him the potion.
You've already heard. Indeed. It seems so I had no further use for her, honestly. What's a man to do? A determined plebeian is more wicked than an omen horn. I suspect that's just what the quick... A dose of ambition to incite the tarnished.
Can I ask about Ensha?
My apologies for that nasty business. Ensha got rather ahead of himself, it seems, as his master. I'd like to express my regret, but now, Ensha is slain and gone, finished, forevermore. Ah, yes. Allow me to tender some advice in regard. Find the Albinoric woman. She hides in a cave to the west of the Laskia ruins, which she knows the location of the... Find the She hides in a...
So we found her already when we went through the lakeside crystal cave. Now again, don't show him the potion. So now, your two options on the Celibus questline are you can give the potion to Nefeli and get her puppet ashes later, or you can give the potion to Dung Eater much later, or you can give it to Gideon and just lock yourself out of the charm. We're going to be doing the Dung Eater option in this playthrough, which is going to create sort of a harder quest order, or an order of progression, but it'll be more fun. So, and it keeps Nefeli alive when we don't, we don't want to do that to her. So, we can now go speak to Nefeli again.
Ah, you, please. It's pathetic, I know, but... So you know already, Right. It's true. My father cast me out for indulging my emotions. Forgetting the mission. Father... Mother. Lord Gideon has offered me guide. I would have done anything for him. And yet I betrayed him. And to think he'd order his men to... Where is the justice? He once told me that if he became... he would never allow the downtrodden. Was he simply lying? No. How could I say that? Father has always given me his guidance. And now...
So what you want to do, don't give her Selvs' potion, give her the Stormhawk King.
Is that ash? I can smell the ancient storm in it. My thanks. I'll gladly take it. I'm not like Roderica. I don't feel the presence of still. It reminds me... Thank you. In this ash, it reminds me of...
Alright, and now we're done with her for now. So now we can warp to the Slumbering Wolf's shack. Which we've already unlocked her location. We don't have to go through the cave again or anything. And talk to Latina.
I told the all-hearing brute that I possess no such medallion. Or have you come to take more from me? Was my other half not enough? Oh, so old Albus entrusted his medallion to you. Then I've no choice but to trust that this was his dying will. Let's try again. I'm Latenna. An Albinoric, the same as old Albus. My apologies for my coarse words earlier. I presume the worst. Seeing that you're another tarnished like that all-hearing brute. I hope that you will forgive me. The medallion's better off in your hands anyway. Would you consider doing me a great service? I must go back. There is something I must do, even if I must say farewell to my wolf Lobo. Will you show me the way? To the land of Miquella's Halig tree. If you accept, I would gladly apprise you of the whereabouts of the medallion's other half. Thank you kind. They say the other half of the medallion is beyond the Forbidden Lands, north of the Erd Tree, in Castle Sol, on the mountaintops of the Giants, accessible by the Grand Lift of Rold. Then I suppose it's farewell, Lobo. My faithful wolf. My better half. I will go with the Tarnished, so that our journey will not have been in vain. Forgive me, Lobo.
They get her as the spirit zone.
When needed, and
She's
I
pretty
will
good too.
fight at your side.
Alright, and this is where we're going to stop. In the next episode, we're going to make our way through the secret tunnel that connects Liurnia to Altus Plateau. So, till then.